All right. You're doing a fantastic job. Let's do one more. We are on number 9, the 9th way to use take, which is take something into consideration. Okay, now to take something into consideration is very similar to consider, but the difference is that when you say to take something into consideration, it is a more serious consideration. You will probably change something because of this. So when you say consider, it sounds a little bit superficial. Oh, I'll consider it. That means I'll think about it. But when you say I will take it into consideration, that means I'll probably change something because of what you said. I will think about it and probably make changes. Let's see how we can use this in a situation. Let's see. All right, sorry, I'm just finding my place again. Here's the situation. Lisa is applying for a job, and during her interview, she put a lot of importance on her past experience. Okay, so she's having a job interview and she's talking a lot about her past experience because she thinks this is important. Okay, let's make a sentence with this idea. The interviewer will consider Lisa's past experience. If we say it like this, it sounds like her past experience probably will not affect if she gets hired. The interviewer will consider her past experience. If we change it to take into consideration, it's very different. The interviewer will take her past experience into consideration. Now it means, oh, maybe her past experience will help her get the job. It's important. This might change things. Her past experience could change things. So it's more important in this. Suddenly it sounds like the past experience will influence the interviewer. Let's make a why question. Why will the interviewer take her past experience? Why will the interviewer take her past experience into consideration? And the answer is because it is very relevant to the job. Her past experience is very relevant to the job. The interviewer will take her past experience. The interviewer will take her past experience into consideration. The interviewer will take her past experience into consideration because it is very relevant to her job. The interviewer will take her past experience into consideration because it is very relevant to her job. Wow, that's a long sentence. Okay, let's try another example to see how take into consideration is different from consider. Here is a situation. John was in trouble because he stole some food from the store. And now he's in court in front of a judge. And John said to the judge, "Please don't send me to jail. I didn't steal because I'm bad. I did it because I didn't have any food and I was hungry. I didn't have any money." Now let's make a sentence from this situation. The judge will consider. The judge will consider John's circumstances. The judge will consider John's circumstances. If you say it like this, it sounds very superficial. Okay, I'll think about it. But it doesn't sound like it's going to change anything, really. There probably won't be any change. Let's change this to take into consideration. The judge will take John's circumstances. The judge will take John's circumstances into consideration. And that sounds like he will think about it and maybe he will change something about his decision because of it. So it's stronger to say take into consideration. The judge will take John's circumstances into consideration. All right, now I've lost my place again. Let me see. The judge will take his the judge will take his circumstances into consideration. The judge will. Listen to this. This is a spoken contraction. The judge will take. The judge will. The judge'll. The judge'll take. The judge will take his. 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 The judge will take his circumstances into consideration. Now, let's make a why question with that sentence. Why? Why will? Why will the judge? Why will the judge take his? Why will the judge take his? Listen to this unofficial contraction. Why will the? While the? While the? While the judge take his? While the judge take his? While the judge take his circumstances into consideration? And here's the reason. Because he feels bad. He feels bad for John. He will take his circumstances into consideration because he feels bad for him. He will take his... It's a very long sentence. Too many he's. Let's use names. The judge will take. The judge will take. The judge will take John's circumstances into consideration because he feels bad. Because he feels bad. Because he feels bad for John. All right, that was my final. That was number 9. That was the final